Hello and welcome to another episode of MOPO, where we discuss matters of personal opinion. It's all MOPO. I'm here with at Dave Roach 83. I'm at the Scientist, and we just watched the first episode of the new season of Gotham. What's this? Season 3?
Season 3. A Mad City is what they're calling it.
And we start off kind of recapping that Gordon is going to go find his love in Florida or wherever she fled to, and ends up finding her with somebody else. So he respects her decision and, figures, all in all, it's probably better that she's with somebody else.
Yeah, he doesn't even bother her or anything.
He just kind of stares at her a little bit through the window and kind of rolls out.
Yeah, which...
And then it skips to 6 months later, and I'll tell you, we're seeing Gotham more like what you would expect Gotham to look when you think of it. It still had the clean-cut presence in the first 2 seasons, and now we're really starting to see it kind of like grimy and beat up.
I think
these monsters have been running amok for the last 6 to 8 months.
Yeah, we got to assume it's been, a little bit of time, and... Yeah, I think that's exactly what they want to purvey, too. They call it a Mad City, and that's what Gotham is becoming. Or has become.
And it recapped on something I didn't notice, or didn't really hit me the first time I saw it, was when Fish Mooney touches the Penguin, and, when he's all in shock. Like, you're alive, it's impossible, and she's like... Nothing's impossible as she touches him. So I feel like that might be him getting a power.
Like subliminally?
Yeah, because now he's like, nothing's impossible. So his brain is on another level. And that's how I think it is. And,
it's something.
And it only really seems to wear off when the task is done. But since there was really no task being given, it's just this open-ended, nothing's impossible.
Kind of like brain opener for him.
Yeah, like his third eye was awakened. But kind of just sticking with Penguin, he's visiting Edward Nygma in jail quite a bit.
Yeah, over at Arkham.
Yeah, apparently for the last 2 months.
Yeah, well, he said a few months.
Well, he said a few months. Okay, yeah. But I thought that was interesting. I'm wondering if that's part of the brain opening, or if it's just kind of, part of his long game. Because, he was already a mastermind.
It's part of his long game, and he knows that Nygma is useful.
Yeah.
So he wants Nygma to be,
keep him close.
Yeah, part of his team, or, at least cool with him.
But
I just love how, he gave him this, puzzle, and he's like, people, struggle over this for years, they pass it down from generations, and he don't even finish his sentence, and Nygma just pops it right open,
It's like, oh, well, thanks for the
I wonder what was in the middle, though, what it popped out, they didn't address that.
They didn't address that at all. It looked kind of, if I was to take a guess, maybe some sort of lotus flower or something.
It seemed almost like it made a noise, it's plastic. But I don't know.
It could have just been the
I would have liked to know what was inside the box.
Well, that's the mystery. That's the mystery of the puzzle.
Gotta get my own.
The labyrinth box.
But, this episode was pretty cool. We see, in no particular order, we see Barbara and the Gallahan girl, or whatever,
yeah, they're still kicking it at the club.
Yeah, they opened up this club, which apparently, everybody thought they were with the Penguin. And then once it came out that they weren't really associated with the Penguin, these guys try to come in and strong-arm them, and that's not a good idea. So, an agreement is brokered, basically, where those guys, leave them alone, and, they get to run their business, but they do have to help the Penguin a little bit, here or there. So I thought that was pretty funny. No matter what they try to do or whatever, they're all going to be, intertwined. And I don't know what their end game is with these two chicks, but I don't know them as any villains.
Yeah, neither do I. It's when the Penguin was talking to the two of them, and they were in the club kind of before the debt collectors coming on. It seems very soap opera-ish.
Yeah,
like I felt like
dramatic.
I was watching morning television. Like even the music and the dialogue, it felt very. I don't know. Like I can't even describe it. It kind of just felt campy.
But no, I love that barber chick, man. Like she can come get crazy over my house.
She's a little bit of a nut.
She get crazy over my house anytime she wants. But also, they introduced a new character, Valerie Vale. Now, if I'm correct, wasn't the chick named Vicky Vale in the first Batman movie? I realized this chick's a little bit older, so maybe her daughter becomes Vicky Vale or something, and then Batman hooks up with her later on or whatever. But they introduced this reporter chick. Valerie Vale, and she's all up in the commissioner's face. It's funny because he plays the captain, but he's the commish.
Yeah.
Whatever. The mayor and everything, she's all like calling them out, and they're all like, oh, no.
Lie after lie.
Yeah, and then...
We don't know.
Then the Penguin comes in and really calls them out, and, they got a lot of public intrigue going on with these, monsters going around, and the mayor's all like, oh, they're not monsters, they're victims, and so on and so forth. So it's a real it's realistic, like the government would be trying to cover all this shit up while there's literal monsters rolling around outside in your city.
And he's not wrong, they are victims, but I mean, they're a little bit beyond being treated as a victim.
Well, yeah, because once you start
acting up... It's like the victim that grows up to be a murderer, and you're like, he's still a victim. It's like, he's got 10 people under his belt.
Yeah, it's like Jason Voorhees was a victim.
Yeah, and he's got at least 80 under his...
maybe hundreds, but who knows. But,
how many movies? What?
10 times? No, but, yeah, no, I thought, this, real, the presence of, this tension between the public and the police over these monsters is real cool. I like that, too. Once again, you got Gordon kind of doing his own thing.
Yeah, he's a bounty hunter now.
Yeah, but...
that's kind of when we see him after he comes back from seeing, his girl with another man.
Yeah, he fights some Killer Croc looking dude, and it's apparent that he's not really part of the police because he pulls out a billy club looking thing.
Yeah, a baton.
Yeah, a baton, but I guess it was a baton, but this big dude just
yeah, he took those hits and then grabbed it and then just turned it into a horseshoe.
Bent it, right in half and just chucked it. Then Gordon got lucky that he got ran over or whatever, but it did set up that he is a bounty hunter and he's not with the police. And his homeboy
Bullock,
who actually did a good job, as far as keeping the force together and everything. He wants Gordon back, and they got Lucius Fox working as the Riddler's old job, and those two are trying to egg Gordon on to come back, but they're not doing a good job of it. Gordon,
he's like, I'm making good money as a bounty hunter. I don't need this life.
He gets to do what he wants. He don't got to listen to Commish, run his mouth all day.
Yeah.
And, so, he's happy where he's at, and Bullock's just like, man, we should have you back. So I guess, the focus is the monsters or whatever trying to find this medicine because...
their bodies are starting to reject.
Yeah, Strange got arrested.
They got him in witness protection.
Yeah, and his henchman lady too. The lady's all mean, the Nurse Ratchet lady, is also in protection. So they have no idea where to find these people. So they're trying to steal the medicine to keep themselves alive. They wind up setting up Gordon into leading them to Strange. essentially. Well, really Strange's assistant.
Well, Gordon knew that they were going to try to follow the reporter. That's why he handcuffed her in the first place. But then she had to be a good reporter and was just like, I can still drive with my other hand.
Right. He didn't do a good enough job, Gordon. But, so basically, Gordon faces off of Mooney. After we see Mooney, Fish Mooney, like, use her powers and then, like, get, like...
She keeps getting these tummy aches.
Yeah, like, messed up by using her power. It's obvious, you know, she's using her power to get hurt. But she somehow eludes, you know, custody. She has Cat with her or whatever, you know.
She also has a Man-Bat. He made several appearances in this.
Who we think, you know, we don't think he's Man-Bat, but he's Man-Bat-ish.
Well, no, I'm pretty sure he's Man-Bat because later on when Miss Vale is taking the pictures, you see bat wings come out of the dude's back, like when Gordon's holding him over the edge.
We can't sit here and presume that that's Man-Bat, though.
Who? Well, I mean...
Because all these characters, this is before Batman. Is he going to be fighting Man-Bat 20 years later?
Well, no, man, you know they end up, finding somebody to have sex with, and then they make, like, Man-Bat Boy.
So Batman's going to be fighting Man-Bat Jr.
Yeah, kind of like how, in the circus, Crabman will, like, have,
what the hell?
Yeah, like the guy who's got, like,
crab claws. Yeah, all right.
And he'll end up mating... And he's got, like, the whacked-out hips. You know, he'll end up having a kid, and then that kid will be Crab Kid.
Junior.
Crab Kid Junior. It's just...
All right.
So, I mean...
But, okay, so...
Or he could just be a variation of the experiment, you know? Maybe they hone that ability a little bit better.
So, Kat is, like, you know, working with Mooney, but she's selling Mooney out, too. She's playing both sides.
She really is.
And it actually winds up getting Poison Ivy, or, you know, Ivy.
Yeah, but she gets herself kind of caught up.
Yeah, she's a little punk about the whole shit.
She's in love with Kat, and I think she can't stand to be without her. Like, she's a follower without a leader.
Yeah. And we see a little scene where Kat actually winds up hooking up the Bruce Wayne, or whatever, like... kid or whatever, like the clone, or like she gives him some money, and later on he tries to come up on the roof and, you know, trying to be down, and Ivy's all like rah, but yeah, Ivy gets done dirty running away from the monsters, for no better word, and falls down in like this real shady like sewer line, rushing water.
Yeah, but it was right as that guy who can make you age grabbed her. So it's like, is she going to get old? Is this how she's going to get her power?
My goodness.
Like, she gets poisoned, right? Like, to where she's supposed to get older, but she then falls into what could be sewage or some sort of toxic waste, to which point
we're going to see. You're foreshadowing.
I'm foreshadowing? I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen anything.
I've seen the second episode. I'm not going to say anything, but Bob is very close on what he's saying right now. And I didn't notice that he was using his power on her. I thought he just grabbed her. I didn't know, like, he was using the power. So, we'll see.
Yeah, because, I mean, he definitely
what
didn't have a glove on. It didn't look like...
maybe her demise is not so nefarious or whatever, like I thought. So, okay. So, I guess we get to Bruce Wayne. We come upon him, you know, he's apparently been gone for some time, you know, he got caught up...
Switzerland, trying to find out the backstory of this secret council.
Like, he got caught up on the Indian Hill, and he's been gone for some while. We even see where he didn't even tell Kat he was leaving.
Well, he meant to, he said.
You know,
she was
but
like,
he didn't
whatever.
try too hard. She's all like, I don't like you, you know, like, hipster
You're
chick.
mean.
Yeah, like, I like you, but I'm not going to show you that I like you. I'm going to treat you like a pizza. But, so he's going to meet up with the people from Wayne Enterprise, like the board.
Yeah.
And he goes in there and basically tells them, listen, I know something's going on. there's some kind of secret organization. Like, there's some really weird stuff going on, and y'all are going to tell me what it is, and that's going to be that. And if somebody tries to get smart with them, you got Alfred there backing him up, like, you're going to listen.
Yeah,
well,
he was getting loud with that one dude. But why do I know Crowley?
Jacob Crowley, maybe?
Like, what is he from?
We're not doing our good research, but it does sound familiar. You know,
I almost feel like it's from real history. Like, he wasn't one of those, like, really bad people from the civil rights movement, was he?
Maybe he has... I want to say, isn't that the Scarecrow?
No, is it?
I don't know.
But
no, his name does sound familiar. But yeah, but he got shut up real quick by Alfred, so I don't know.
Oh, it is from our history. It's where you get all that maritime law and stuff. I don't know.
I don't think that's where we know it from. But yeah, and basically, like, he's stupid because he sets off this whole shit where, okay, the secret organization.
Yeah, they put a hit out on him, basically.
Hit out on him, and, like, we basically end this all by seeing him, Bruce, and Alfred get got by some kind of secret agent dude, or look like some fake Green Hornet.
Alfred puts in some serious moves in this series.
Well, yeah, we know Alfred is a much tougher Alfred than we're used to.
This is the martial arts fix. You're getting it from Alfred since there's no Batman.
Right.
Yeah.
But he still gets got all the same. And
then Bruce just falls for the injured bird. And he's just like, Alfred, right from behind, just scooped up, chloroformed, I assume. I thought they were going to kill him. I didn't realize they wanted him alive.
Yeah.
Because weren't they like, I want him dead, or have him out of the picture?
Yeah, like, she said something a lot more, like, scarier than bring him to me.
Yeah, then...
So, yeah, like, what's going to happen to Bruce, like, with this meeting? This potential meeting? What's going to happen with Poison Ivy?
What's going to happen with this clone Bruce, because he's losing his mind. He has no idea who he is. He just knows that he keeps getting mistaken for this Bruce Wayne guy, and he's just like, who's Bruce Wayne?
And I think we're going to see more of that kid in the second episode, too.
Well, I would imagine so.
I hope so, right? So, yeah, I mean, stick with us. We'll be doing this all season. Let us know what you think. What stood out in the season opener for you guys? Let us know.
Thank you. Like, share, subscribe, comment. And remember, it's all MOPO.